Hi, and welcome back, all you WoW housing fans. I hope that you're having fun with the pre release of World of Warcraft Midnight Xpac, which includes housing. And that's kind of my concentration. I love to build. And if you've looked at my YouTube videos, you know that that's where my passion lies. I've been building in a lot of different games. And so I'm kind of excited to see where WoW can take this. Um, my favorite of all time was Wildstar, and if you guys go look on the Wildstar playlist, you're going to see some phenomenal builds that we did there. Nothing has compared to that so far, but it looks like WoW maybe going down the right path, so we'll have to see. Not holding my breath, but kind of excited about where things might go come release on March 2nd. Um, Here not too far in the future. So I am outside my alliance home. You are allowed to have a horde home, which is in another video that I posted a few days ago, and an alliance home. So you can have two different places. One is in Razor Wind Shores, and I think that's at Razor Wind Shores. And this one is in Founders Point. So this is the Alliance home. I'm kind of out on a little bit of a plateau by myself here. I've got a covered bridge entry coming into the plot. It's got stairs going down to the beach area and kind of just a point of land, a plateau of land here that I've built my house on. So come down and I've kind of made the entry like with trees and bushes and everything on both sides. So it's kind of a secluded entry here. But if you go over this way, we do have a fountain and a couple of seating areas outdoors here. Um, this may or may not change depending on how things go. Do have a red kite flying up there. I think that's the latest addition. But I do haven't really done too much else with the house here other than just put the trees in the walkway up here. So get off my mount and we can go inside and take a look. This is much bigger on the inside than it looks on the outside. And I'm going to show you why right when we get in. Um, it's pretty massive. The stairway just dominates the entry here. Was handcrafted stairs. They're not, you know, part of the game build, but I built these myself because I wanted a grand foyer. They're a little bigger than I wanted them to be, but they would have taken a lot of parts if I'd scaled it down. Anyway, the reason I wanted to show you why this house is so big is I'm going to go and, oh, I don't know if I can, into build mode without turning my HUD back on. We'll do this just temporarily. This is the menu that you get to build your house and choose the different rooms that you have. You have a select number, 36 pieces up here. This is all I can put down is a quantity of 36 points. And every room has its own point value. So for example, this small one has a point value of 2. This one has a point value of 7. So it depends on bigger ones like this large octagon have a point value of 16. So that would take up a lot of the 36 just to put that one room down. It's big, but it's not, what do I say, as functional as I wanted it to be. So anyways, this is floor 1, and then there is a second floor too. But basically what I did is this stairwell room is empty. So and you can kind of see my stairs going in there. This is also a stairwell empty room, but they're 2 stories high. Same for this one, 2 stories high. But what the interesting part was, and I don't know if it's a bug and if Blizzard's going to catch it and fix it, but this 2-story room, here we look at this, empty 2-story room costs 6 points. This one cost me 12 points to put down because it was 2 stories. But then I put this one down and it is only 6 points, but I still got 2 stories. And I put this one down, and it was 2 stories, but only cost me 6 points. So I was able to get basically 2 free rooms on the second floor of these 2 parts of the building. So then I used that to kind of add these little closets. They weren't very expensive, and I'll show you what ends up happening with those closets. And then on the second floor, that's where I put, here's the top levels or second level of these stairwells. I put a square room off of this, and then I put this connector room with a small octagon room, closet, square room, closet. So that's how the layout of the house is. And that's why I got so much space out of this 36 points, is because of these rooms right here. And the fact that they didn't cost me a lot of points. Eh, we'll see if Blizzard fixes that or what. But anyways, back to it. Let me turn off the HUD again so you can see this. So in the entryway, not much really. I got a little backpack sitting there. But the main is, the main entry here is this foyer. But we're going to kind of skate around it to the left here and take a look at a little sitting area, and then the big windows. You're going to see a lot of the windows here in this house, because that was my focal point, is to put in a lot of windows. So remember, you saw the little closets in that layout. All of these closets are my windows. So basically, you put your trees and everything in the closet, and then you put your windows up, and it looks like you're looking outside. So the only thing I don't like is how thick these windows are. There's a lot of wood. So I kind of covered it up with some more decorative stuff. But and you got to your little fountain in that corner, and then I've got one kind of stuffed underneath the staircase here, taking up some space. Got a little bench sitting area over here, and then kind of a little floral and I don't know, we'd call this a little statuette here as decor. So, and then as you go off into this direction, this is the kitchen and dining area. So we have the Pandarian cook stoves, and I think this is um, Valdraxen. I think the stove is on that one. Valdrax, is that no, I don't remember. Anyway, and then I have some sinks over here. And then I built some cabinets, kind of threw a couple cabinets up on the wall. And then, of course, the Pandarian pantry. And I reduced these little herb things and stuck them up there. And then this was a cart, actually, with wheels and everything that goes outside. And I liked it for the beverage part of it. And so I pulled that in here and put a countertop underneath of it. And so it makes a kind of a cute, unique little way of doing that. And then some food items over here, and of course the dining room table. So just added the tea service today. We got those on a quest we were doing, so was happy to get that. And so this is the kitchen and dining area. So we'll go on and go back here. This is the main living area. So you have 2 fireplaces and 2 sitting areas. Well, actually 3 if you count the one over here by the bookcase. And again, I'm featuring the big windows. It's a big part of the house to have the windows. I've got them in just about every room, I think. But you got the decorative wall around the fireplaces, place to sit, kind of a little art piece over here. You can see the little pillows underneath the temple, or whatever you want to call it, the gazebo area. And then the other fireplace and a couch here. So this is the great room, I call it. And that's it for downstairs. So you got your kitchen, dining, and your great room. Now let's go up and see what's up here. This one goes up that way. We'll save that for later. We're going to go up this way. And we walk into the library. So we've got a piece over here. It's kind of decorative. Another one of those little statuettes. Got your Pandarian bookcases that worked really well with the opening of the doorway area. So I put one on each one of these. Got a sitting area with some desks over here. You've got your sitting area here next to the fireplace. Some more Pandarian bookcases. Little work area over here. And while I don't like this library as much as I like the school library, it's still very comfortable and inviting, I think. You know, it's got the high ceilings. You know, it's got the Pandarian theme or style to it. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, did I do this in this room? Yes, I put the hidden picture behind it, which is actually the hidden safe. Well, it's supposed to be. It doesn't open up and there's no money in it. But anyway, on to this section over here. This is simply a walkway through to the bedrooms, but again, features the big window, you know, looking outside or to the exterior. And then just like a little walk area between the bedrooms. We'll go look at the master first. So we come in here and we've got still sitting here and then setting a area around the fireplace. Again with the big outdoor windows here and then also in the bathroom here. So the bathroom has the big outdoor windows as well. And this bathroom is probably going to change because I want to put one of those, I guess you call it the shrine bath or whatever it looks like that I have in the schoolhouse. I want to up this bathroom at some point, but it's functional. And then the bed over here, I kind of made it into kind of a 4-poster bed with the drapes and the beams around the bed itself. A little desk sitting area here. So this is the master. Nice big space, open spaces. I like it. If we go over this way, we have a couple. We've got this little thing here, which is a little house with a trailer and some. You can see the starry sky behind it. And you got a couple of doors right here. They all lead to one room. So we'll just go in here. And this is another bedroom. So you've got the more of a rustic theme, more of a orc theme in here. I get the couches and the furniture is more along that line with the big windows again. Got a bed over here. And then there's another bed over here on this nook over here. And then the bathroom area back here for this. So that's this bedroom. And that is the hallway that then goes down to the stairs. And told you we were going to look up there earlier. That is pretty much the tour. So that's the Alliance house. So this is Cheslea, and I thank you very much for taking the tour with me. And I hope you're jumping on this midnight Xpac and going to join us in housing. Look forward to seeing you soon. Have a great one. Catch you on the flip side.